Oh, my goodness.
Played good, didn't he?
5 games, scores his first try, up against Jamal Fogarty, former number 7. There's a lot of things that says a rookie halfback might just hesitate and step back a little bit.
Yeah.
Game on the line, runs the ball, scores a try. And then we interviewed him after the game and I asked him about the field goal and he said, I actually wasn't thinking about the field goal, but then I realised it was a quick play the ball and the Manly players didn't send pressure and I just went into, this is an opportunity. The fact that he summarised that in a split second, there is something about this kid because most young halves will either, I've got to kick it to the corner, or I'm just going to spray one here because I could make it, I could win it. The fact that he actually broke it down and said, OK, well, that's a quick play the ball. I'm near the 40-metre line. I can kick this. There's no pressure coming. Actually, I'm going to have a shot.
Yeah. It's a good point you make.
Very impressive.
Because looking back in hindsight...
You have a look at the replay. The pressure that comes from Manly is not there. In a game-winning moment, there's no one from marker shooting out really hard. There's no one from the front line shooting out. And Tom Trbojevic said after the game that, we didn't think he would take the shot.
That's interesting, Coop.
And he noticed the pressure and took the shot.
That's interesting because I was thinking after the game, I was thinking, my God, there was just so little pressure. And I thought, was it the fact that Manly were a little spooked given the fact that they got a penalty for being for Canberra being a step offside that sent it in the golden point? But you're right, the way he stood there gave no indication whatsoever he's going to go for a field goal.
Jake Trbojevic is not shot out of a cannon to put pressure on. There's no one from the front line that has moved up. And young Ethan Sanders senses that and goes, you know what, this is my opportunity. And he wins the game for his club. And that, the question mark around him and Strange, being 2 young halves coming through, they've played a lot of junior footy together.
Have they?
Yeah, so there's a combination there. And behind that forward pack, with that speedy outside backs and athleticism, there was enough in that performance that says, I don't mind what Ethan Sanders can do. Well,
let's talk about that combination. We'll talk about plays and sequences of note. Ethan Strange and Ethan Sanders, as you said before, they really impressed me. Interesting that Ethan Strange is now playing on the right side, which they tell me he is his favourite side. But that's the example, is that he takes them on, puts a little dent. They don't try to reset. They just keep the kettle boiling. And there he goes, a little split play, 1 under, 1 short, dummy, and he goes through. That's how, when the kettle's boiling and you've got them on the back foot, don't reset the middle. Don't buy yourself time. You're buying the defence time. Keep going. And
as halves, you should always do what you're good at. Ethan Strange running the football. Looks like this kid is good going across the field and can show and go. So I like that he ran the ball and then Ethan Sanders ran the ball. But I like that Strange has gone to the right-footed kicker. Needs to improve in his kicking game, so kicking on that side of the field is better for him. And Ethan Sanders, as left-footer on the left side, is much more confident kicking the ball.
I liked Ethan Strange after the game talking to Kev and you blokes. Like, you could see his character, but he's sort of old-school footballer. That makes sense, just the way he was bantering with Kevy. And
Kevy said on the Kangaroo Tour he was a sponge around Nathan Cleary and Moses, particularly when it came to kicking. So he knows that he needs to improve in that area. And if he does that, it's only a good thing for the Raiders. And on that right-hand side, I think Strange is a dynamic ball runner. And having a back row like Noah Martin, right, who is straight up and down, is very good for a ball running half. If you have someone that likes to pre-line pass and things like that, it can put you off. But Noah Martin in that try here doesn't hesitate. Right, Ko Weeks is running across the field, and if he doesn't move forward, this is not a try. This is a back row that loves contact, supports the halves. That's a hell of a try for a young back row.
It's gutsy, and that's how you complement an attacking player who's skimming across. Like Ko's he's just throwing the line in the water. He's fishing, and he's complemented that, and it shows his intelligence given the fact that Ko is just skimming across. He's spotted what he was going to do, probably 3 or 4 seconds before it, and he starts to make that run. And that's how you do it.
There's a bit of footy IQ about that because Ko Weeks is drifting across, and when he squares up this way into the line, Noah Martin squares up into the hole. So he is aware that he's gone into the right hole, and that means he needs to jump into the hole below. Because if he's outside Kohler, he doesn't get that pass.
I love the haircut too. That if you're an admirer of the Green Machine in the 90s of Canberra Raiders under Tim Sheens, a lot of those forwards had that haircut. There's an old player, Darren Fritz. Do you remember Darren Fritz? Big Fritzy. You know?
Ricky Stewart said after the game that he deserved his spot because of the pre-season he had. So this guy sort of gets in first, last to leave, has a crack, and he was ready for that game.